Welcome everyone to another quick tips video. This one brought to you on account of really high demand. So many people have been asking about this little guy right here, Divination Distillate. Will somebody please tell me how this flask works? Someone give me the ins and outs of the Divination Distillate flask. I really want to use it. I've been told that Magic Find is a sort of be-all end-all of this league. You want to get as much Magic Find as you can. I never used this flask before. I have no idea how it works. I put it on, it doesn't work. What's going on? I'm going to address some of the issues with that in this quick tips video. So you'll notice, just like you, if you're highly frustrated by this flask, I am going to attempt to use this flask right now by pressing R on the keyboard. Maybe I gotta press it a little harder. It's not working. Well, maybe my buttons are bugged. Here, let me press Q to get that Quicksilver flask. Oh, that one works still. What about one for the other one? Yeah, that one works. That one works. That one works. Why doesn't this one work? Oh, yeah, I know how you feel. I can see why you might get frustrated at this flask. Well, if you take a closer look at this line underneath Divination Distillate, it says Large Hybrid Flask. Large Hybrid Flask. What does that mean? It means that it is a life and mana flask combined, which means it cannot be used if you're on full life and full mana. But I'm not on full mana. I got a whole bunch of space right here. Well, that's just reserved mana, so the game thinks I'm in full mana. It's just simply reserved. So effectively, I am on full mana, which means I have to lose mana to use the flask. Well, I can do that by just firing off arrows, right? So, yeah. Hey, it works! Look, it works! Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm keeping my mana up. Good, good. Well, let's go test it in maps, because it should be fine, right? Should be no problem at all. All right, let's check out the uptime on this flask here. We're just going to take it to the quarry, do a little bit of killing. Well, I saw it used it. What? What? It's using it, but there's no duration. No duration. What's going on? Oh, right. I have like mana on hit, mana leech, all kinds of. Okay. Yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah, that can use mana. Well, what about life? Well, my life stays up all the way. My life never goes down. I also have life leech and life on hit, so that's not going to work. How do you get around these issues? Well, my friends, let me introduce you to a little thing called Petrified Blood. This is how the people get around this one. Petrified Blood says life recovery other than flasks cannot recover life to above low life. When taking damage from hits, 45% of life lost below half-life is prevented in the case of anomalous, or 40% in the case of not anomalous, and then X% of life is prevented in the way. Long story short, Petrified Blood doesn't really do a whole lot, except it makes life gains and life regens and degens far more impactful, basically, as well as enables you to run a low life build for a variety of reasons you might want to, including to be able to use this flask. Let me show you what I mean. So I go in here and I trigger Petrified Blood. Now, I have the Petrified Blood icon, but I still have full life, so that's not going to work, right? But it says here, when I use Tornado Shot, suddenly it costs life. Look at that. My life is going down. And that's interesting, right? Because I have 240 life regeneration per second because I'm running a full vitality gem right here. But it doesn't work, you see, because, again, life recovery other than flasks cannot recover life above low life. Low life is 50% of life, so I can just keep doing this all the way down. I mean, I can just keep going. Or, you know, I could really crank up the heat by just running a Blood Rage. How about that? Well, there she goes, all the way down. What's going on here? That would be Blood Rage competing with life regeneration. Apparently, I regenerate more life than I degenerate with Blood Rage. So, you see this giant space right here? Watch this. Ta-da! It works! It really works! But wait, does it actually work in maps? Let's go find out. Let's see what my life is doing. Well, I mean, that's not so bad. Not too bad at all. In fact, it looks like I can really control it here. Oh, if I put a little blood rage on and fire some arrows, I'm not even taking any damage. Imagine if I was actually, you know, doing harder content where I take real damage. This would be easy. This would be so easy. In fact, it would be so easy. It would be so easy that I could even reserve things on life. So I have. I went ahead and, you know, because you're paying a cost here. You're reserving, it's actually, I think it's 35%. 35% of your mana for this gem. That's a hefty toll to play, but it means you can also start reserving life. Yes! Check out this link here. Anomalous Precision. Herald of Ice. Anomalous Arrogant support to reserve life. And, you know, because I'm rich, I have a level 5 Enlightened support. But maybe you won't have that. But, you know, you can do something, figure it out. And I am reserving, not quite, 50% of my life. Would you look at that? A little space right there for me to work with. And if I play my cards right, it should work pretty well. We can test it right here just to verify. You can see I'm at 40%, 150%. Woo! I went up to 56, 192, and it's dead. Wait, that seemed a lot more. Well, that's because it's a flask which is impacted by increased flask effect, such as natural remedies, such as the flask mastery, such as these small 2 nodes here, and even alchemist genius. 40% increased flask effect is what I have normally in combat. So that gives me, if I'm not mistaken, 16% increased quantity of items found and 42% increased rarity, I think. Oh, I'm going to show you another little quick tip embedded in here. If you want to reset an instance, hold control when you do this. Press new. Straight into a new instance. Two quick tip videos in one. Wow. All right, so here it... Oh, false start. Let's try it out for real now. So this is me doing a combat on content that's not actually doing any damage to me. So you can see I have a little bit of a hard time actually controlling it because I'm not taking any damage from any sources, and eventually I might lose the battle here. And for the record, to help with this even further, I have attached a life tap support to my sniper's mark, which is automatic when I hit a unique or rare item, rare enemy rather, and frost blink. So frost blinking around also spends a fair bit of life, and I can kind of help control it all the way down. So I'm using a lot of different tools in the toolkit, including blood rage, including a life tap support, which allows me to kind of reduce the window to work with because I can better control it. And it doesn't matter how much life regeneration I have, doesn't matter how much leech I have, how much recoup I have. None of that matters because the only thing that affects this tiny little window right here is the life flask. And by the way, it comes with the, and yeah, just to reiterate, comes with the added benefits of enabling you to play a low life build, and it also enables you to run different types of, I don't know, notables such as, let's see here, I'm not actually wearing one of these anymore, but, well, I was wearing a cluster jewel that gives me a whole bunch of damage and attack speed while leeching, and that is an added bonus that you get from this as well. So that is how, my friends, that is how you use the Divination Distillate. So if you want to unlock some of the magnifying potential at the low cost of a flask, you'll have to rearrange your links a little bit, obviously. Get that Petrified blood in there. It will enable you to turn around and reserve some life if you, again, have the links for it. Obviously, some sacrifices are made. You can do other things. You can wear Ventor's Gambles. You can wear Goldworm. But this is kind of the starting point, in my opinion, to getting some magic find on your gear. So I hope that helps answer some of the unanswered questions for you guys on how in the world this flask works. All right. Please leave any further questions you have in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video.